Hello and welcome one and all to our Cyborg Junkers actual play entitled Bad Rad Heist. This is set in our homebrew setting of Boomtown. This ramshackle colony that has exploded in all of the definitions of that word on a large alien asteroid that has just entered recently over the last few decades, known as space. We have our fantastic cast here as well, so I'm going to let them introduce themselves and then we'll go straight into the game. So I suppose we will go left to right. So starting off with you, Kyle.
Greetings and salutations, one and all. My name is Kyle, and today I'm looking forward to jumping in with Vesper again.
Perfect. Moving across to you, Natascha.
Hello, my name is Natascha, and today I'll be playing Noxi, the shunt nanomancer.
Very good. And then we have Matt.
Hey folks, I am playing Krash, and it's all going to be going wrong.
That's what we like here. Last and certainly not least, we have Dave.
Hi everyone, I'm Dave. I'm playing Greg, our road warrior ex-killer.
All will become apparent very soon. And if you want to go, this is episode 3, which technically by default means we've done 2 other episodes, plus I think some kind of session 0 as well. You can always go back. If you can't find them on Twitch, because they do sort of delete the videos, you'll be able to find them on YouTube. All of the details in the description below or on screen now. So we're not going to do a massive recap, but you were successful in your last escapade, completing your job and gaining your rewards, and you have returned to your base of operations, which is this disused radio station that you are very much making it your own. And one of the last things that was asked of me by Dave, by Greg, is how do we get better in this game? Because Cyborg, like its other sibling Morkborg, is deadly. So improving in any way is absolutely a good move forward. And I'm looking at the page now. I'm going to read from the Cyborg rulebook. The game master decides when a character should improve. It can be after completing a mission or 2, fulfilling set targets, or getting enough credits. Either way, and I'm going to go through the process of leveling up now. We're going to do it one at a time. It's quite a rapid progress. So we'll start off with you, Vesper. Hit points. You get to roll 6d10. If the result is equal to or greater than your current maximum hit points, you can increase it by 1d6. So I think unless you get incredibly unlucky here, most of you will be gaining some hit points, but we will see.
60.
Yeah.
Was it 60?
6d10. Yeah, we will start off. I'm hoping that was you, Vesper.
It is, yes. 44.
Yeah, so it is equal or greater than your current maximum, so you now roll us 1d6.
Oh,
Five.
fighter.
Okay, very cool. So what does that put your new hit points up to?
That will put double them to 10.
Very nice. It's very sweet. So your ability changes. These can change every time you level up. You roll a d6 against every ability, and the results equal or greater than the ability, equal or greater to, raise it by 1, up to a maximum of +6. Results below the ability decrease it by 1. So this is talking about your ability scores, your ability modifiers. So in Mort Borg, it's not what you originally roll. It's your modifiers that cause your ability changes, if you see what I mean. So what we are looking at the moment is, what is your modifier for strength?
Strength is currently 0.
Okay, so you are going to get +1 to that because it will grade 0.
Andy, I'll look this up in because I've got Mortborg.
Yeah.
Is it that if you have to roll, but if you roll a 1, doesn't it go down by 1?
It basically says results below the ability decrease it by 1, so you can't get.
Okay.
So yeah, if you've got an ability score of +2 and you roll a 1 on the dice, it reduces it by 1 basically. So abilities from -3 to +1 will always change for the better, unless the 1d6 is a 1. If the result, oh yeah, you're right. If the result is a 1, the ability is reduced by 1 to a maximum of -3. So yeah, so you can thank Dave for reading the rules better than I do. So you are going to have to roll a d6, and if you get a 1,
I know who's going to pay for that.
Yeah, absolutely. You've got
See?
a 6, so you're good.
Not you, mate.
So your strength does increase up to +1. What's your agility?
My agility is +1.
Okay, so give us a roll. That is a 1. It goes down to 0.
Again, thanks, Dave.
Yeah, absolutely. Presence.
-1.
Very good. So that goes up to minus.
0.
Yeah, sorry, it was a -1, was it? Yeah, so it goes to
Yeah.
0. And then toughness.
-1.
Perfect. Goes up to 0 again.
Is it your ability scores that go up by 1, or your modifiers that go up and down by 1?
It's the modifiers.
I'm counting it as modifiers.
Okay.
That's what I'm counting. Your modifiers will change. I mean, if somebody knows better. Because it says roll a d6 against every ability. That there is no way you can beat a 10 on a d6. Yeah.
Yeah, I know, but it just seems weird that it directly influences your modifier instead of your ability scores.
Raise the ability to by 1 to maximum of +6. So I think
Yeah,
modify.
I mean, it says to a maximum of +6.
Okay.
So yeah, I think it is the ability modifiers, not the stats. A lot of these kind of games that fundamentally lean into the stats, once you've rolled your the things that derive your modifiers, you forget what your original rolls are.
Yeah.
So what are we on at the moment? Sorry, I got distracted.
Knowledge now.
Knowledge, and what is that currently?
+3.
Oh, 5. Very good. Goes to +4.
Do we make any adjustments based on toughness to hit points like you would Constitution if you were looking at dungeon?
I'm going to say no. I think what you have rolled, you've kind of rolled really, because your hit points automatically go up when you level up with these rolls. So that is you almost done, but you find a few bits and pieces as well. So potentially this could be nothing, or it could be something quite nice. So you roll another d6. In the linings of your jacket you find
4.
4. You find 3d6 times 10 untraceable cred chip.
6,
Oh, nice.
140.
So you get 140 untraceable cred chip as well, just as a sweet bonus. So we move across to you, Noxi. If you give us a 6d10.
Yeah, the minimum I can roll is 6.
Yeah.
And I only have 4 hit points.
That's okay, so just roll us a d6. 2. You've got 6 hit points now, which percentage-wise is actually quite good. Then against your ability scores, again, roll a d6. So what is your first one, your strength?
I have no idea because my modifiers are not in my character sheet.
Okay, so what is your strength score?
14.
Plus 1.
+1.
+1, and you got a 2. So that means
So
it's,
that's +1.
yeah, greater than that. So that is indeed a +1. Then I've scrolled off the leveling up. So the next one. What is your...
Agility is also 14, so that's a +1. So that's now also a +2.
It is, yeah. And then your next one is presence.
Or
'And what is your score?
15.
So that's gonna go up to is a 15
So +2.
+2. So that
So
is
that's
gonna go
now
up to
+3.
+3. Yeah, you've learnt a lot from your mission so far. And then we move to the next one, which is toughness.
Isn't that your health?
Well, it's toughness, yeah,
1.
1. So that is going to go down by 1 because you've rolled a 1.
It was 13, so I think that's a 1, so that's now a 0.
Yeah. And then we have knowledge. Oh,
That's
6.
a 6.
So that is going to go up by 1. What is your knowledge?
10.
10.
So that was 0, so now I think it's a
Be
+1.
+1, yeah. Perfect. Okay. So with that, you roll me 3d6. Sorry, you roll me a d6, 1d6, to see if you've got any extra loot. Is that also
3.
a 3? That is nothing extra that you have found.
Okay.
Then we move to Krash. What are your current hit points?
My current hit points are 6.
Okay, so technically it needs to be equal or greater, so you are fine. So roll a d6. Very nice. You go up to 10 as well.
Marvelous.
And then we need to go through your
Cool. Okay.
stats.
So,
Strength first.
and is it a d6 again? Sorry.
It is, yeah. You roll a d6 against every ability.
Okay.
You managed
That's
to
a
get
D8.
an 8 on a d6.
That's
That's
yeah.
impressive.
Apologies. It's because
Very
I'm
good.
clever. There we go. 5.
Yeah. So that is going to increase by 1.
So if I have, and this is against the modifier, not the base score.
Yeah. So what your base score goes up by 1. Not your base score, your modifier.
Okay, so I go from a -3 of strength to a -2 of strength.
Perfect.
Huzzah. Okay, and then same again for agility.
That's a 3.
And I've got a -2, so is that up again?
Yeah, that goes up to -1.
-1. Okay, and then presence. I've got +2, and that's a
Very
6.
nice. So it goes up to +3.
Lovely. And then toughness. I have a big fat 0.
That's fine. So that goes up to 1.
1. And then knowledge is the same. Big fat 0.
Oh dear. Your key stat. You managed to roll a 1.
So that now goes down by 1, is that right?
Yeah, that's right.
Cool. Cool. I'm the hacker who can't hack.
Just so you know, if you roll a 1, your ability can't go down below maximum of -3, though.
Okay, good.
So you are aware with that. Good to these. So that is you, but you also get to roll a d6 to see if you find anything else in your pocket. A 4. A 4 again is 3d6 times 10 cred chip.
Marvelous. Okay, so 3d6. Hang on.
Oh, that is also good.
Yeah.
160 creds.
Yeah. So you basically got
Lovely.
that as a bonus to be able to spend on gear or whatever should you wish to do. And that is
Nice.
you done.
Beers are on Crash.
Yeah. Absolutely. Then we finally move across to you, Greg. What's your current hit points?
Greg has 5 whole hit points.
Yeah. So again, you can't fail on this. So roll us a d6. Oh, very nice. Tanking it now with 11.
I know. That means I might survive a hit.
Yeah, absolutely.
I better write that down.
What, you might survive a hit?
What? Might. Emphasis on might. I've got 11 hit points. I mean,
Yeah, well, I mean, base weapons here can do easily 1d6 or 1d8 damage. So
yeah.
it's deadly.
Right. Stats.
Yeah, please.
Strength.
Yeah.
My strength modifier is +2.
Okay, so give us a roll. 5, it goes to +3.
I'm really happy about that because he's kind of he's a bit butch, isn't he?
Yeah. And then we go to agility.
Okay, my agility modifier is 0.
Yeah, that goes up to 1.
Oh, I've actually accidentally written +10 for some reason.
I think we would be
So
aware.
no one will notice. My presence is -2.
Okay, don't get that one.
So I'm really kind of hoping I don't get a 1 on this.
Yeah, you're fine.
Ish. That rearrangement of his jawbone and stuff, it just looks more bull-like now, but it seems to have settled down a bit. Okay, what we got? Hang on. Toughness is 0.
Okay. Yeah, goes up by 1.
My knowledge is -2.
Oh, nice. So you should be okay. Yeah, that goes up to -1. So from the green rookies that you were, you suddenly have learned from your experiences. You've learned that you've got a corporation after you, and absolutely, this is a dangerous place. All of this has improved you. You do get to see if you've got anything in the linings of your jacket, though. So roll us a d6. A 1. That is nothing. nothing at all. Perfect. So you are indeed kicking back at your base of operations. You are gathered around the table and you have a little bit of downtime, or you've rather had a little bit of downtime to have purchased anything that you want, or to have paid off your debts, to kick back and use the experience that you've had to improve yourselves. During this time, I'm going to go through each of you to let you have a little bit of narrative of what you've been up to or doing, if there's anything relevant, and then we will kick off on your next job. So we'll invert it, starting off with you, Greg.
Downtime.
Yeah.
I can't remember if we got any cash. I don't think I wrote any down last time. What did we get paid?
Loads.
Somebody should have it in their notes.
You see, I've not got a specific number, but I've now got plenty. I've got enough to pay off my debt, and my debt was 24k.
Yeah.
So
We got 22.5k for death payout from the corporation.
That's right.
Oh yes, because I made friends with the AI, didn't I?
Yeah, and that still counts. All of that is there if you can remember it and you've put it down in your notes. It's things that you could perhaps lean into.
Yeah, I've got that bit. I just didn't write down a number, but I put it on my character sheet.
So we will say that you've got round about 26k at the moment, all in all, with everything that you've done here. This allows you to make purchases if you want. You don't necessarily need to do that now, but if you're doing simple things like saying, oh, well, I'm going to use that straight away to pay off my debt, then you can let me know. If you are unsure...
We're on the radio when we're playing. We're doing some a deep dive into some old Polish stuff. So we're playing a band called Mgła.
Okay. So that's you're basically just making sure that you are hosting your show, yeah.
I'm host. Yeah, I might come back. Let me have a little think.
Yeah,
That's my time buyer.
Perfect. Okay, so that is what you are doing. We will move across to you, Krash.
So do I want to pay off my debt? I feel like that's probably a sensible thing. I think I will pay off my debt.
Okay. Perfect.
Just because with everything else that's gone wrong and my track record so far for annoying people and things, let's get one group of people off my back at least, is my thinking.
Nice. So, yeah.
Can I also, just because I don't have one, can I acquire? I will take time to acquire a handgun from someone.
Absolutely. Relatively straightforward is that. We look under sort of gear here. Is it just a straightforward gun that you want?
Just pistol of basic. So I've got something from range because my machete is only so useful, whilst I'm also trying to hack into things.
Absolutely. So look at weapons here. There's an ancient revolver. That is 1d8 damage. There's a smart gun that is d6 automatic damage. You could have a shotgun if you want as well.
Let's go with the ancient revolver.
Okay,
It feels.
Ancient revolver is only 50 creds.
Cool. Okay.
You do need some ammo with that. the ammo. Basically, after you roll D8 for each, after combat, you roll D8 for each weapon you have fired, or a D6 if you've used auto fire. A result of 1 to 3 means you're out of ammo and need to reload, as it were, really.
Yeah.
You can ask me how much ammo is now.
Yeah, please.
I'm pleased that you're asking me that question. It is.
I mean, I'm happy for you to take an arbitrary punt
yeah.
as the.
I mean, how many clips do you want?
Like, let's say 3.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm assuming this is like a revolver in the sense of it's a 6-shooter, effectively. So that's 18 rounds.
Perfect. Regular ammo costs 10% of the new weapon's price. So 10% of 50 is 5. So that's 15 creds for 3 clips.
Great, that'll do.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, and I think as far as the rest of downtime is, now that I've got very little money in comparison to what I had before I went and saw the people I had money to, yeah, it's probably scouting out and tallying things that might need for my rusted wreck that I'm attempting to refurb.
Perfect. So nicely done. Weapon acquired. You are kind of relieved to have the people you owe creds to off your back. No favours need to be done for them anymore. Somewhat perturbed though that you know that this Black Ops assassin group, not directly after you, but following your trail back to where you have got those applications. So we move to Noxi. Is there anything you particularly want to spend your creds on?
Yeah, I would like to spend up towards 8,000 for cyber stuff.
Okay, very nice.
Sure, you were going to say then.
Cyber tech. So is there anything particular cyber tech that you want?
Becoming a little bit more tougher. Is there anything like changing my skin to something more tough?
So 3,000 creds would give you skin hardened skin, providing minus D2 armor. You could have muscle ups, 5k, plus 1 on tests of raw strength, such as crushing, lifting, pulling, plus 4 carrying capacity. So
Yeah, both sound good.
You want to go for those. They are fairly standard from the base lists. We can start improving your cyberware as well. Okay then, so it costs you total of 8,000, which is what you said, as you go skin hard and muscle ups. As you take that cyber tech into you. I'm pretty sure that there is some downsides to taking cyber tech as well. But we will approach
Toughness
that.
was -2 on the damage taking stuff.
So every time you take damage, you roll a D2 and you take that away from the damage that you have taken. It basically gives you minus D2 armor.
Yeah.
But it's underneath your skin, so I would certainly allow you to wear additional armor on top of that should you wish to.
I still have the regular rough armor tier 2,
yeah.
minus 1d4. Yeah.
Perfect. So this is going to take some time to do, but this is Boomtown. It's rough and ready. It's not pretty, but it's functioning. Are you doing anything else with your money?
Yeah, I'm going to donate 4,000 into Crash's vehicle repair funds.
Perfect. So
How much? Sorry.
4,000.
Thank you kindly.
so you can make a note of that. Anything else, or are you good to go?
Just regular creds for food and hollow discs, and just
Yeah,
maybe a fancy pair of sneakers or something.
perfect.
So another, I take it 150 or something.
Yeah, that sounds good to me. Okay. Boom, boom, boom. Do, 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 do. Do, do. Okay. Do, do, do. So, I'm just trying to look this up, Cyrage, for you, just so you know. Basically, if you go to 0 hit points, you are battered, and you roll a d8. If you get a 3 and 4 on that, you make a presence test with a +1 difficulty rating for every cyber-tech implant you have installed, and unconscious if you are successful, Cyrage if you fail. So when you get kind of badly damaged, there is a chance that you might go into full Cyrage, which means you go berserk, gain temporary hit points, and randomly attack
Is
targets.
that the Cyberpunk
Yeah,
2077?
cyber psychosis, basically. But it says this is all cyber tech installed, so this includes sort of smart devices and everything else. Okay, so we then move finally to you, Vesper. Well, not finally, because we're going to have to cycle back to Greg.
Okay. I'll pay off my debt to start off with,
Perfect.
which is 9,000.
Yeah.
Then I'd like to start working and getting into access of more dangerous mechanical components without it being traced back to us. I don't necessarily expect to be able to get them now, but start trying to gain
Start
access.
making inroads. Depending on the danger of them, it's not something that you could easily purchase. It's something that you might have to do favors for, leading to additional missions. But you basically begin to reach out and start indicating that you're in the market for such things. That's absolutely fine and leads to a huge amount of very cool plot hooks. So we'll come back to you, Greg. Is there anything that you wanted to either spend your...
Yeah, I owe 9,000 to a hacker collective, and I wonder if that 9,000, then this hacker collective, does that represent the deck that we scrounged on the first original mission that I accidentally, and I think I gave away to Krash?
Yeah. I'm not quite sure that I understand the question.
Well, I owe 9,000. I wonder if they've got. I wonder if that represents that they've got wind
I mean, we
of
can say
me
that.
whipping that deck and giving it away, and I'm just sort of throwing red meat to the
Yeah, absolutely.
Anyway, right, okay. So I could attempt to pay them off, but I'll just leave that for now, even though it's urgent. I must say, cyber psychosis sounds like a career goal.
So you want to purchase some additional enhancements then?
Oh yes, please.
Okay. And this is just straight cyber tech.
I haven't got a shopping list.
No.
I haven't got access to the rulebook. So what kind?
Retracting cyber claws 2K. I mean, a mule pocket. is 500 creds, big enough for a smart gun. That's basically part of your body is hollowed out to hide a smart gun or something else. Subdermal shockers, allowing you to do extra damage in melee if you grab someone or hit someone. Auto camo, subdermal projection, ever-changing anti-facial recognition, additional joints, buzz eyes, strangler, skin hard, deserter fangs, smart jack, muscle up, pulse wires, body gun, tors. You don't need that. Extra horns, maybe you want to horn up. You can never be too horny. A sonic blaster.
Augment the horns that are kind of already.
Yeah. Handy bot.
Go Texas Longhorn.
Yeah. Smart hair. Skin slot. Skelly plating. And then brain
Skelly
box.
plating sounds exciting. Does that make you?
It's 15,000 K. Skeleton covered in a thin metal layer gives you plus 10 hit points, but does cost you 15,000.
That's going to cut things fairly fine, especially if I want to do the hacker collective. What's the muscle up thing do?
Muscle up gives you +1 on tests of raw strength, such as crushing, lifting, pulling, +4 carrying capacity. Costs you 5,000.
It's got a ring to it, hasn't it?
You can see that Noxi has muscled up as well. Yeah, perhaps no longer the muscle in this group anymore with Noxi.
Well, she's looking decidedly less skeletal now at the moment.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to muscle up.
Okay, so that costs you 5,000.
Yeah.
Very nice. Perfect. So is that everything that you want at the moment?
Krash, you need money for. You need money.
If you're in a position that you want to put, I'm basically keeping a tally of what's in the reefer pot for the ship. I don't know.
Just anything.
Yeah, if you want to spare some, by all means. But also, it's going to take time, so it doesn't. We can wait until the next job if that's easier.
All right, I'll give you 10,000.
Okie dokie.
You've got 10,000 credit. And that leaves me enough just to pay off the hacker collective should I need to, and should that become urgent. And I'm a big strong boy.
Perfect. Okay. So it takes you basically about a week in between jobs to do everything that you have done there. The news is bad though. Your previous fixer, the fixer that got you the job, your initial job in the rust fields, has gone off grid. It is obvious from the media reports that something went down in that containment town, in that subterranean car park. Again, it sounds pretty much like a corporate hit. You're not quite sure whether they escaped or whether they too have been captured. Linking this Black Ops team one step closer towards what you have and what you have done. But no one has come knocking at your door at the moment, so you perhaps hope that he did escape rather than get questioned, because you know to save his skin he will sell you out at the drop of a hat. But this means that you need to find another fixer, someone else to perhaps point you in the direction of a way you can make some fast credits. And you need them fast, and you need them plentiful. You need a big payday because you need to somehow get away from here, away from those that are trailing you. Vesper, you, with your indications, know just a person. Not perhaps your first choice, but unfortunately he's now top of the list as all of your other options have gone. His name is Greasy Greg, not to be confused with the Greg that you have in your group.
I'm not greasy. I've had a bath.
You know that he works out of a pawn shop, as in PAWN, and bail bond shop called Pawned to the Bone. He's open 24/7, but you're fairly certain he'll be able to, put you onto some kind of lead, perhaps something that indeed has a big payday. You can discuss this with your others if you wish, or we can just open up the first scene as you are arriving there.
It's not the most ideal, but there is an individual works out of a pawn shop. Greasy Greg, we call him. He's not my first choice, or in fact, it wasn't on my list of choices until I went through them and removed every single one of them. But by process of elimination, he's now become my favourite. So, if we want some
Beggars
work,
can't be choosers, I guess.
how did all those creds go so quickly?
Okay. Well, I think we all need money, so do we go and give this guy a call? We'll pay
Mama
him a-
needs a new pair of sneakers, so yeah, let's go.
Okay,
Greg always need money.
so you arrive on the edges of the stacks, the large city block towers, and the rust fields itself. Outside, and your sign buzzes, half dead neon, pawned to the bone. You have to ring a buzzer to let yourself in. Zzz. The locks on the door, ka-chunk, 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 triple locked, pull aside, and you push at the plexiglass and the rusting sort of metal grid that protects the windows from being blown out. You push the
I
door.
think they got a dark guard dog too. I just heard him bark.
Absolutely. You push the door open and a bell rings. Ding! Inside, the air stinks so much you can taste it rather than smell it. Rust and stale nicotine. The shelves bow under heaps of cracked cyberware, pawned sidearms tagged with collateral hold, and blood-stained helmets that probably still remember the screams of those that died whilst wearing them. A cracked plex window cuts the room in half, spider-webbed with old bullet impacts. Behind it sits Greasy Greg, a polyester suit gone shiny with sweat, gum cracking between his yellow teeth, his hair slicked back, with something that might not be hair gel. The fan above him squeals like it's dying, and Greg's eyes flick nervously from you to the door, like he's expecting it to be kicked in at any second. He leans into the mic. Static. He taps it a few times to get it working. The voice is tinny and wired. Scavs, you ain't here for a pawn ticket. This one ain't just repo work. We're talking meat, glow, and a goddamn bomb that could take Boomtown with it. He kind of looks
Another
at
one?
you, Vesper, realizing that you aren't here for a pawn ticket, you're here for a job. He gives you a smile.
I assume such dangerous things would come with quite a hefty price.
The best, the best. Greg spits his gum into an overflowing ashtray. It's nicotine gum, so it is like chewing baccy. It's black. Some of it leaks down his chin, and he just wipes it and then wipes it on his shiny tracksuit, polyester. He pulls a cracked data chip from his jacket and slides it underneath the plex like it's leaking poison. He taps it a couple of times, and a sort of glitching hollow protector sputters to life, painting the shop in sick green light. On the display, a half-buried starship carcass, jagged hull torn like a rib cage, meat hooks still dangling in the dark. The read out labels it the meat light wreck. Greg presses the intercom and his voice buzzes once again through the mic. Used to be a slaughterhouse ship, crashed out in the rust fields. Now it's a shrine to those radical freaks. They're brewing up a new drug. They call it canker. A radioactive black ichor. Vision, sludge, tumor juice. They think it's holy. He leans forward, and it's strange. He's sweating. It's dripping down his temple, but it's not hot in here. Perhaps there's something else that he's not telling you. He pauses as you all stare at him.
Is Greg familiar with this slaughterhouse?
Yeah. When
Greg used to work in a slaughterhouse.
when the archive, this alien planetoid, entered the known universe, a lot of the corporations realized that there was going to be this rush, this boom town. And of course, you can only get so many synth replicators and the like. So many of the corporations actually sent ships, big slaughterhouse ships, complete with cattle, to basically produce meat. I mean, many of the cattle were cloned, not actual cattle. So it's a combination between a cloning ship and a slaughterhouse for, well, herds and herds of, Greg, would you say family?
Absolutely, definitely family. But they used to also augment humans, with
Absolutely.
and with bovine, splicing their DNA.
So these
So
were,
that the herd felt safe. They were amongst family members, even though they're the people who are doing all the, executing.
Yeah. I mean, these were vast industrial slaughterhouse vessels that were supposed to have a stationary orbit around the archive and well, supply the workforce with meat, cheap, sustainable meat. Of course, what initially they didn't count upon is the archive was actually moving, and some of these stationary orbits didn't last very long, as with miscalculations caused them to fall within its gravity and planetfall, crashing down. This undoubtedly is one of those early slaughter ships that has crashed and broken the skin of the archive and is now being used as a base, a temple perhaps, for these radical cultists. Any of you can give me some kind of knowledge-based roll, if you can sort of see how much you know about these radical freaks, as he calls them.
I want to roll on that.
Me too.
Yeah, you can make rolls. Probably best one at a time, but you can have a look in the dice chat as well, as long as I get the values.
Who goes first?
Oh, I've done it. I got a whole 6. There you go.
6 is not good enough. Just to remind you, you probably know this. This is what I love about this system: is target number is default at 12. Oh, that's nice.
17.
Okay, so yeah, these are
15.
15. Yeah, perfect. These are trouble. They call themselves the New Radicals. They fundamentally worship radiation. They think radiation is salvation, deliverance, and quite often they are responsible for sabotaging ships, causing their engines to go nuclear so that they can ascend. Anywhere that there are devices that expel radiation, they want to free the rads. They maybe have a point that radiation allows a rebirth, a transformation. On the whole, it just annihilates and kills. Sometimes brutal and slowly. Other times, very rarely, it can cause magnificent transformations, as in positive mutations. But on the whole, it's a very, very, very bad thing.
Did you say free radicals or new radicals?
They're called the New Radicals.
Free radicals would have been a much cooler name.
Okay, perhaps when you meet them, you can suggest that to them. Maybe they will become free radicals when they free themselves from the...
I love a chemistry gag.
Yeah, from the bounds of this mortal shell that they find themselves in. So, Greasy Greg leans forward and he says, well, I hinted at it, but this drug that they're brewing up isn't the real problem. You see, they've snatched a Cortex reactor technician, engineer, Calder they call him, and undoubtedly the reason why they've taken him is they are going to get him to do something with the rad core in the ship. undoubtedly they're going to cause it to pop, and then they'll ascend in some kind of nuclear light, and then Boomtown will get baptized in fallout of this canker. So, what I need you to do is to stop this. Of course, you're probably figuring good old Greg. He has Boomtown's best interests at heart. Fuck no. What I want you to do is go in there and take the Radcore and bring it to me. Of course it will stop them doing what they're trying to do. I've got a buyer for a core, a good buyer, a lot of money. Good payday for you. And as a side thing, you'll be doing Boomtown a good thing. You'll be heroes. Not that anybody will give a damn or even get to hear about it.
Can't say I care that much, but I assume your buyer isn't going to also just blow up Boomtown with it.
He kind of gives you a shrug as if that's not really his problem or his concern.
Okay. Are we aware of anything else are in the area? Any other reports?
There's always a complication, isn't there? Of course there's always a complication. I mean, firstly, and he kind of raps his knuckles on the plexiglass, sharp and fast, and says, well, I'll get into the fine details if you want, but remember, this ain't a job, it's a countdown. You stop 'em or Boomtown's just rust and tumours by dawn. But if you want to cut the breeze and for me to tell you some problems that you might come up with, I suppose I will do. And he sort of grimaces and says, look, okay, when someone snatches a Cortex employee, it doesn't go unnoticed, okay? So, the Corp want him back. You might be able to line your own pockets there as well. But the Corp ain't hired me to pay you for that. They've hired some others to do it. They will undoubtedly perhaps tread on your fingers, get in your way, hinder you, or perhaps even maybe work aside you, but undoubtedly not me knowing who these are. He pauses again, hesitating.
Can I just lean in and attempt to be kind of friendly? And just say, so, who are they then?
I knew you were going to ask me that. He says they go by the name the Spleen Brothers.
Excellent.
You may have heard of them. Maybe not.
Have I heard of them? Have any of us heard?
Give me, this is going to be a little bit more, well, no, I think it's still a DC 12, but again, this is knowledge base.
Okay. Break out my new negative modifier. 4 minus 1 for 3. 3. I've never heard of them.
No, you don't travel in those, sirs. No.
Oh, 6.
Someone got an 11?
Oh
did
no,
they?
12.
A 12. Perfect. So you lean forward. Yeah, with the 12, you know that these are bondsmen, people that sort of go out, bounty hunters of sorts, really. And you know they are not good news. You are familiar that maybe you can work with them, but they're as tough come. And Greg confirms this as well. He pops a stick of gum in his mouth again, chews loudly, and then points his greasy finger at the pig skull nailed to the shop door outside. Its jaw is stapled shut with spray painted black. See that? That's a spleen marker. Means the repo boys have been sniffing around. Means trouble. He leans close to the plex, lowering his voice, and even though there's a good 2 inches of a reinforced plex between your face and his, Krash, you can still smell his breath through it. In fact, it's probably just clouding just his side of it. It's just horrible. The Spleen brothers, Bubba and Stump, they ain't gangers, they ain't cult, they're bondsmen, repo warlords. You miss a payment, they repo your ride. You skip a bail, they repo your lungs. Hell, I've seen them walk off with a debtor's spine once. Left the poor bastard twitching in the street. Again he spits into the ashtray, this time misses. His eyes darting around, just like saying their names might summon them. Word is they caught wind of the radicals' little Ica shrine. They ain't looking for prophecy, they're looking for collateral. They'll no doubt claim the whole damn wreck, the core, the engineer, and probably you too. Debt's debt in their books and everyone owes. He cracks another gum, again voice sour. You cross paths with them out in the rust fields, you best pray your accounts are settled. And if they come inside that wreck while you're working on the job, well, then you're probably on their books.
Avoid them then, shall we?
With
Is
these,
anyone
with your success though of knowledge now, Noxi, when you interact with them, if you interact with them, I might give you a degree of bonuses because of your knowledge about them.
is anyone backing them, or are they just free agents?
My guess is they've heard the Corp want their tech, their engineer back. That is what's allowing them to go there. Everything else is bonus payday.
Okay, so kill or avoid. Yeah, that should do it.
Standard Boomtown protocol. Yes. He hands you across the holographic chip. It's got the, well, as far as I know, the layout of the ship on there. Use it. Bring me that Radcore, and you'll get paid.
Is
I-
there still cattle aboard, or is the slaughterhouse completely dysfunctional?
I have no idea. I haven't been inside it. Who knows? With that leaking Radcore, with the radiation that's there, with them cooking up the canker. Who knows what those freaks have done?
Have any kind of containment unit for the core so it's not leaking radiation in here when we drop it off?
I do. I've got a good one over there for sale. And I mean, if you're interested, I've got some anti-rad gum here as well. I'm doing a special offer, 2 for 1 at the moment.
Can I do some rolls to check for if the gum actually work or not.
Yes. Are you trying to see whether he's lying, or are you
Yeah.
trying to use your knowledge of anti-rad type drugs?
Yeah, basically the if the gum is for real, if it will actually protect us from the radiation.
Okay, yeah, give us. I suppose this is a presence roll then.
Let me check my stats.
Once this is done, can I do a knowledge roll around anti-radiation methods?
Yeah, absolutely. Or a natural 20.
23.
Yeah, very nice. Yeah, absolutely. You're probably going to need some. It's going to last for a few hours, um, and it wards off sort of minor radiations. It certainly would give you some protections, absolutely, and certainly better to have it than not.
Yeah, we'll take the deal. Yeah,
Yeah, okay. And
it will be worth it.
Vesper.
Hopefully, knowledge is something that will do a bit more than minor protection. 12.
12 is perfect. Yeah, I mean, there's all sorts of things you could do. I mean, most involve like hazmat suits, which are not particularly designed to um, do a lot of combat in, but that certainly could work. But they are cumbersome. Um, there are some high-end, very expensive corporate anti-rad suits as well, but they are well out of your league. Um, you think that this anti-rad gum is a nice halfway house, but if you want to be fully protected, you could get yourself a hazmat suit. That would absolutely do it. And with that 12 roll, um, if you are not being protected, you will be making toughness checks whilst in rad zone areas, and depending on how close you are to the source of the radiation as well.
And the containment unit actually look up to spec, or is it a very dubiously
No,
contained?
the containment is fit for purpose. You could fit a core into here quite nicely. And if you did that, it would seal off the radiation coming from the core. It's quite a large, maybe like 3-foot container. You know that the cores of these ships, they're not massive. It's just the power source that then powers up the engines proper.
Certainly worth taking them as long as, well, I guess first question, how much do they cost?
He's selling this for a very nice 1,000 credits. The anti-rad gum is cheap, only 20 credits a gum, basically. He sees you looking at it and he says, "Don't worry, I'll give you a good price when you bring it back." And you realise he means he'll give you less than you've paid for it.
But it won't be hurt to have one for when we get our own core for a ship.
No, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, with your successful knowledge roll, this looks good. Certainly fit for purpose.
Should we get this and what do you reckon? 8 sticks of gum? Yeah, that's for a handful of hours.
Yeah.
Yeah, feels.
Yeah.
Okay. In terms of payday, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We are going to randomize how much he is offering, but as I said, this is a good thing. So I would like one of you to roll a D8. Somebody volunteer to roll that.
Bagsy not doing it because
Okay.
we all know my roll history.
I'll do.
Very
8.
nice. So you have determined this is on the random rewards, but we're just doing creds. But you've rolled the highest, which is 2d10 times 10. But because this is a good payday, you get advantage. So roll 2d10 and then roll another 2d10, and we'll take the highest amount.
Oh,
Go on,
okay.
go on, mate. Big dice, big dice.
Okay, so
That's 12.
Okay.
the first one is 12, then roll it again. And if you get higher than 12, you get that. No, that's a 6.
12.
So,
12 and 12.
all right, was it 12 and 12?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's 7,
Perfect.
not a 1.
Yeah, that's okay. So 12 times 10k. So that is 120k, I believe.
That's a nice
Yeah.
sum. It's the total for the entire
That's
group,
the
right?
total for the group, yes. But yeah, I mean, after going through all this nonsense with him, suddenly spending 1,000 on anti, but a container to put this core in. The cores you would be familiar, certainly Vesper and Krash, are kind of like a dilithium crystal rod. For those of you who follow sort of Star Wars, and that's the kind of thing that you're after, this radioactive rod that you can put into this cylinder, seal off. It's one of the reasons why they can't, this cult, just activate the rod and make it go nuclear. They need a technician to facilitate a much bigger thing to then spread the radiation around and the blast. But yeah, when he tells you what the payday is, you perhaps perk up a little bit.
Yeah, if we can pull this off, that's a good shout.
Greg's already imagining how he's spending that money.
Yeah, I mean, that is 30,000 each. You managed to... sorry?
Does Greg have any full radiation suits as well?
Does he have any radiation suits? I'm going to need some kind of luck roll here. I'm going to say, who's got the... I'm going to be devil's advocate here. I'm going to say if one of you wants to burn one of your glitches, all of your glitches have reset. I'm going to say
I ain't got any glitches.
everybody starts off with some glitches.
I appear to have never written that down.
Okay, I can come to your character and I can tell you were playing the
Discharge cop
yeah.
killer.
So you start with D2 glitches. So you've got D2 glitches. You basically at the start of a new day you roll a D2 and that's how many glitches you've got. Perhaps we should all do this now. Just so you know, unless your character starts off with a greater number of glitches, its standard is D2.
Yeah,
So
I had one.
Yeah, the orphaned gearhead starts off with D4 glitches.
I've got one.
Yeah.
So, D4 plus presence. I have a -1 for some reason on my note.
No, according to this, it's just D4 glitches.
Okay.
I don't know. You might have had the -1 because you spent one, maybe.
Yeah, okay.
So yeah, so if one of you wants to spend your glitch, he's basically got some relatively safe hazmat suits. for sale. If you
How
don't,
much would they be if he does have them? I'm
uh,
guessing they might be more expensive.
yeah, I mean these are not the military ones, so these would be bum bum bum. Uh, these would be 250 credits, the price of tier 2 rough armor. But rather than protecting you from damage, they would protect you from radiation.
So I suppose we'll roll our glitches, see how many we've got, and then see if we want to spend them.
Yeah, basically. You only need to spend one glitch for the entirety to have suits, should you wish it.
Anyone in particular want to start with their glitch roll? Or?
I don't mind taking the glitch. Or spending it, rather.
Okay, I think a lot of people have already rolled their glitches, but Vesper, if you want to roll yours, if you haven't.
If we're just doing it at the start of each day,
Yeah.
reroll. One.
Okay, so you have one. Noxi, you're going to spend your glitch then to make these available to people.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's a D4?
Sorry, what's a D4?
The glitch?
It depends on your character. So you're playing a
Shunt Nanomancer.
Shunned Nanomancer. Shunned Nanomancers. Boom, boom, boom. It's never in the same place. You
I
have
just wrote down one.
You have a D2 worth of glitches, basically.
Yeah. Okay. I had one.
Yeah.
As the start of my character.
Perfect. So, yeah, I suppose you spend that then.
Yeah.
Okay, do we want 4 of them? Just so I know how many credits I'm crossing off. Or are we having just a couple?
Who wants a hazmat anti-rad suit?
Have they got one in an extra large, please?
Yes, we are not complicating things.
I feel like if we've got the money for one, then it would probably be sensible considering how squishy I am.
Yeah.
I think it's
You'll be
sensible,
even more
isn't it?
squishy with that than your armor.
My armor is clothes anyway, so
Okay.
Yeah. Rough, leathery kind of. Yeah.
For bookkeeping, I've taken the credits off for the containment cell, the 8 sticks of gum, and 1,000 for everyone to have a suit.
Very nice. So you transfer the creds. He smiles. It allows you to pick up, and these hazmat suits are big and bulky. You can see they've been patched in numerous places. They look fit for purpose. Greg, you might have a horn problem. If you
It's not the first time.
there's no special places for your horns to sort of come through from the outside.
Greg cuts holes.
Yeah, don't cut holes in it. I mean, you can do, but
There's no choice because it's just going to have to. The horns are going to have to come out and gaffer tape.
okay, perfect. The way that I imagine these, for those of you who like your Marvel comics, you're aware of the classic AIM sort of suits, the yellow suits. That is what they look like. So I mean, you don't need to wear these right at this moment. So you do all of this, and he says, "Well, like I say, you're on a bit of a clock. I suggest you get going. Payday is good. Yes, very good. If you can do this. Of course, if they explode the core, then there ain't any deal.
I think if they explode the core, the deal is going to be the least of our worries. But fair enough.
Yeah. That occurs to you as you are rushing towards some groups trying to detonate the engines of this meat starship.
So, do you want to take the armored car or the airship?
You do
Either
have, choices of vehicle.
I think it depends on how far around the circumference of this planetoid it actually is.
So this thing has crashed into the ground, semi-buried into the rust fields. So some of it now is buried underground, giving you a number of potential options. There is obviously the front door, but that is going to be heavily guarded. There is a good chance that you might be able to make your way into the ship itself, looking at the blueprints, if you can find some loose earth or some conduits that could get you close to the spaceship's hull. This spaceship had many airlocks and ports, some of which would now be under the ground. Looking at it also, it had a lot of terrible sluice gates, as you call them, where much of the slurry was just pumped out into outer space. So you could perhaps find entry either above ground or below ground through those as well.
I'm all for trying to find our way in underground and basically use a back door.
Yeah, my instinct is we go overground to get there.
Okay.
Just because,
Overground.
yeah. Because if we go in flying, we'll probably draw more attention, and we can probably sneak in better with the rust fields along the ground. And I feel like if we run into the Spleen brothers, they feel like, I don't know why, they feel like the rocket launcher types. And I feel like an armored truck is probably going to do better than an airship, if that comes to pass. Just a gut feel.
No, I'm deeply attached to my truck. That airship's new. I've not formed a bond with it yet. If it gets blown up, that's fine.
You can crash your truck repeatedly, especially if it's armoured. Airships, once.
Driven us through much worse situations, and I've yet to crash into anything too bad.
Well,
perfect. Okay. So you're going to drive relatively close to the meat-light wreck, wreck it, and then make a decision from there.
yeah,
Sounds
so.
sensible.
I could go in on my bike, but then again, I'm not the best wreckier.
Especially on a big bike.
Well, it's probably smaller and more, than an armoured truck.
Yeah. I mean, the thing here, though, is that whilst the rust fields are not, patrolled, as it were, really, there is noises all around. So, Vesper, give us a piloting roll first, which I think is your presence, but you can feel free to correct me on that.
No idea. Presence is not a great stat of mine. I thought it would be knowledge, but
Yeah, no,
his presence
it
is
probably
presence.
is. I'm probably reading it wrong. Well, I'm not reading it. So if we look at Gear Head, basically it says you test knowledge DR 10, so DR is reduced from 12 when you try to repair a vehicle, a piece of tech or pilot a vehicle. So yeah, give us a knowledge, only a DR 10.
Okay.
Oh,
Yep.
beautiful, absolutely beautiful. So the rust fields stretch endless and skeletal, the horizon twisted girders, collapsed cranes and corroded hulls jutting like the bones of dead gods. Every tread, every wheel, every track that your armoured vehicle makes crunches through rust, dust and shattered glass. The air shimmers with a faint radiation haze, and all of your Geigers tick faster the closer you get. Then you see it, the meat-like wreck rises from the rust fields like a corpse too big to bury, a slaughterhouse starship cracked open on impact, its hull torn into jagged ribs that jut skyward. Rust drips like dried blood from every seam. Chains dangle from broken gantries. Meat hooks swinging on the toxic wind. Its gutted stern glows faintly from within. The reactor's black ichor leaking out in thin, glimmering rivulets. Around the breached loading docks, shadows stir. Figures move wrapped in patchwork hazmat rags, their spiked leather stitched with rad-burn scars. Their helmets are cracked domes, riffing condensation, and some glowing faintly from within. They clutch weapons made from butcher's tools, chain cleavers, pipe harpoons, rusted nail guns wrapped in tape. These are the new radicals. They chant as they pace the wrecked entryways, voices distorted through broken respirators. Ash to flesh, bone to glow. In the blast we ascend. One daubs the hull with a dripping brush, dipped in black ichor, smearing radioactive sigils. Another licks the ichor from their gloves and, shuddering in ecstasy, the wreck hums low and hungry, like a beast still alive, waiting for you to step inside. So you view this from your ridge. Probably you've all descended out of the vehicle and are all sort of overlooking this at the moment. Even though they are wearing these raggedy hazmat suits, you can tell that the hazmat suits are ripped open, that they are doing them no good whatsoever. You see that it is their regalia, their pomp, their ceremony, not there for protection of them.
We can blend in.
Yours,
If we can camouflage our suits to look ripped instead of not being actually ripped, yeah.
Yeah.
I'd prefer to check for a back entrance first.
Yeah, definitely.
Yes, I'm inclined to agree.
Okay. So, how are you going to do this? Describe to me. You've got the scene now. There's plenty of opportunity. Majority of this ship has now been buried into the ground, crashing down, creating a crater that has filled in over time. You can descend down the sides of the crater. Most of the new radicals are certainly around the upper levels of the ship, the easy entrance ways and the like. So
Noxi would prefer looking at like how big the ship was and looking at the most buried part of it, the deepest part.
Yeah.
And try and see if there's any on the blueprints or using the armored vehicles. I don't know, LiDAR, sonar, radar, and look down and see if there's passageways leading to the wreck from the surface.
Yeah. And
Uh,
if I may, at the same time trying to kind of correlate, because we've seen ship plans or rough idea of ship plans, something that's as close to the core as feels possible as well. Kind of just even if it's just in the vicinity of.
I love that.
Yeah, is the core that was the engine drive, right? So is it did it go down stern first or bow first?
This thing, when it got knocked out of orbit, was just basically in free fall. It didn't like land. And yeah, I mean, I suppose fortunately for you, the majority of the back end of this was the first to make planetfall, which means that where you need to go is down in the crater. So you have perhaps fallen lucky there. So, Krash, do you want to support Noxi in this, or do you want to make two separate roles for two separate sort of observations?
What would it fall under?
I mean, this is going to be sort of knowledge again. You're hacking the blueprints and
I
examining them.
will support,
Okay, perfect.
because my knowledge sucks.
Okay, so Noxi, you can give me a knowledge roll again. Don't forget some of you have got glitches, but you can have advantage on this roll. The DC is going to be 12.
15.
15 perfectly. So yeah, the two of you working together, you come up with a half patched plan. You can notice that half buried in the crater wall, where it's kind of collapsed down, is a covered slurry port hatch. Seems to be warped but intact, ringed in corroded metal teeth. You reckon if you can get into that slurry port, you can make access into the ship unseen, and it is going to open up into one of the slaughter rooms, as it were. But you should be
I'll go.
relatively close to where you need to be.
Okay.
And Greg is keen to go.
Well, this feels like the right shout.
Yeah, I suggest we start chewing and put on our hazmat suits before we get out of our vehicle, though.
Yes, agreed.
And Noxi would also like to try scuffing the suits up a bit superficially, so it looks from far away, if people don't look at it too closely, as if there are rents in it, and we basically look, at least from a distance, like the new radicals.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now,
Film extras kind of thing.
because you succeeded on your new radical role previously, you do know some of their symbols and glyphs, so you can scroll those on as well. And let us remind everybody, you brought these hazmat suits from Greasy Greg's. They are not new, shiny, bespoke.
They're greasy.
They are. They stink of nicotine, and yeah, they are fit for purpose, but they are all very, very used. So, sort of, yeah, kind of rendering them to fit in is an easy job, especially with your previous success role. So I love that. At close inspection, you might come into some kind of trouble, but from a distance, yeah, you will blend in quite nicely. Okay.
Bringing the containment unit along as well,
Yeah.
I assume.
Well, that sort of makes sense. I'm guessing. You don't have to if you want to, but you know that this is going to be highly radioactive.
Yes, I mean, it'd be less suspicious if we don't, but I think whether we have the core in our hands or a containment unit, it's not going to make a huge difference on the way out.
I mean, you could
Yeah.
always Homer Simpson this and drop it down your inside of your suit if you wanted to.
You'd have to carry me out, or whether I'd be
out the window on the way up.
Yeah. Fantastic. Okay, so I think with the work that you've done here, you can easily move things forward, and you come to this half buried in this crater wall, this slurry port hatch. It is warped, but it is intact. You can still sort of smell the stench here of ammonia, of death. Of course, everything that was slurried out of here, both up in space and what has probably leaked down since any residue, since the crash, has kind of solidified now. So what was once kind of slurry is now hardened to this sort of hardened fatberg, grease, blood, and bone. Yeah, it is as horrible as it sounds, and even worse. And you get a distinct feeling it is going to get worse from here on in.
Fun times.
So,
Greg's got absolutely no problem with disgusting stuff.
I am pleased. All I hear is, please challenge me. So, how are you going to get this hatch door jammed open?
What's the mechanism? I've kind of got me out of this. There's a big kind of,
Okay. I mean,
I don't know.
you think the mechanism for this is remote from the other side. This is, looking at the plans, this is a large sort of tube that goes from one of the slaughter rooms that they just wash all of the stuff down. So it's basically a port. Obviously, it does seal, kind of like this iris seal.
Right,
It is made of metal, so I won't call it an orifice. I will call it an iris. But I suppose with all the organic things around, it could represent or resemble a. Anyway, shall we move on?
Lovely.
How not to say the word anus.
We should please all of us.
Dave has challenged me. I mean, there's a lot of crud that has just solidified around this, as well as rust. You kind of figured this must be a decade old, if not longer, from the reports these slaughter ships came in the very beginnings of Boomtown, and this was before they realised the archive was actually moving, so their calculations were out, and it got caught into the gravity of it and just pulled down, and they couldn't do anything about it. It's the story of quite a few of the ships in the rust fields.
So is this something we can jimmy open from this
I mean,
side?
yeah, it's an iris, so provided you've got the right tool or want to jury rig this somehow, or just fundamentally give me some kind of strength to try and render this open,
Yeah.
you can do.
Yeah.
I mean, both Greg
Feels
and
like
Noxi, both of you have taken muscle ups. Sorry, Krash.
Yeah,
you're
so
going to
I
say?
could
No, it's all I was going to say is it feels like a muscle job. So the dude with -3 strength isn't going to help.
There's no way to access any kind of control system from this side, is
No, I
there?
mean
Anyway?
this is the outside that was in space.
Yeah,
So
yeah. Oh, but
sorry.
is there any kind of emergency then? Is in the event of I don't know if there's been an emergency and something won't work on the inside. Is there any
I
way?
think there's supposedly like proper airlocks for humans further
Yeah.
up on the ship, but this is not a emergency hatch or something.
I mean,
It's
this
just
is the equivalent
a
of
waste.
the waste disposal. This is the equivalent of the toilet flush down here. So I don't think
I
there
think
is.
Greg raised an eyebrow at the humans.
Yeah.
One of his qualifying kind of
So-
Humanoid. I'm sorry, Greg. Humanoids.
Yeah. So we will say no. I love the way that Greg's looking for something he can hack when he's all muscle.
Well,
no brain.
I'm perfectly happy to go brute force and ignorance.
Yeah, I mean the other thing
As
that
you well know.
the other thing that you consider is, I mean, the power supply on this ship is all over the place. You're not really expecting very much to be working on this ship.
Yeah, they probably only have like jury rigged some juice around the areas where they roam the free radicals.
Free
and the
radicals.
part of the ship.
Who are the free radicals?
New radicals. Sorry.
A rival cult.
I might be able to find a tool or something in the van that might be able to help if you don't think you can just wrench it apart.
I love
Yeah,
the
but-
fact that even in Cyborg, a door is the problem here.
I would like to assist Greg in
Perfect.
jimmying open this orifice.
Yeah, I think because we're going to get both of it. These are pure strength things, aren't they? So they're.
I'm going to say that you succeed if both of you are doing this. I'm going to say it perhaps will make some noise and take time if I just let you succeed, though. So I'm going to give you an option to make a roll. I mean, you're not going to get advantage here, but you're going to get the modifier that Noxi has got for the strength up, so that gives you an additional +2 to your roll. So Greg, make us a strength.
So mine's I've got a +3 modifier,
Yeah.
and I get +1 again for strength rolls.
Yeah, and you get an extra +1 because Noxi is helping you as well.
So +5.
So you
So
do
plus
get
right, okay, hang on,
+5.
Nice.
I mean, you
23.
tell us, and you have done this relatively quietly.
So rather than go into the actual sort of iris kind of thing, because we got a good roll, I'm going to read that we went in at the side, and there's a rotation mechanism.
Perfect.
At the side, and it causes it to kind of open.
Yeah.
Rather than it. Do you know what I mean? So we kind of adjusted something around the outside of it, rather than.
We're working at the side of the opening instead of in the center of the opening.
Exactly. Yeah. And rather than ripping the whole thing open like a tin can, we kind of sort of manually activate the mechanism that causes the door, the iris to. If that's reasonable with a 23.
Absolutely. So you sort of gain entrance. This tunnel is substantially worse than the outside. It's at about a 45-degree slant. So climbing up it might have been difficult apart from all of the slurry that has welded itself to the walls here over time. It gives you handholds, but who would be going first? Okay, so as you make your first sort of handhold into some of this slurry, the surface cracks as if it has dried and something is soft beneath it, more slurry, and it oozes out over your hand. But it still holds, but you're not quite sure how firm your ascent is going to be into the darkness.
Is it okay? Have we got? I assume we've got some kind of light that we could shine up in there and have a look.
You know what assuming does? Does anybody have any light with them?
Oh God, help us.
I will answer that. You have your comms, you have in effect the ability to have small portable like phone lights and the like.
Yeah.
So
I also have a vision visor which gives me night vision as well.
perfect. So you get to see this in all your glory.
Glory.
Yeah.
So is it how wide's the orifice?
The orifice.
So you didn't know you were going to get asked that today, did you?
Well, it's pretty standard in my life. The slurry port hatch or tube is around about 5 feet wide, which if you're playing D&D doesn't sound very wide, but I mean that's quite a big tunnel, quite a big tube.
Oh yeah.
It's not quite enough to stand up in, obviously, but again, this is probably designed for some poor unfortunate to occasionally go down it and clean it. But at the same point, there's no real need for people to be in and out of this. Unfortunately, because of all this crud, this slurry that has formed, it's reduced kind of the diameter to probably about half that. It's about two and a half feet.
I mean, 5 foot's like all right. So 5 foot's like a double door, isn't it? I mean,
Yeah.
my doors. I'm just looking over here. My doors are about 2.5 foot
Yeah,
wide.
yeah. There's plenty of room even for a
big lad.
Sort of slightly less room, and you're constantly knocking against the sides of this slurry, some of which is rock hard, some of which kind of crumbles and breaks, and this rotted 10-year-old gloop comes out and sort of drips down, slides down the turret to the sort of people beneath you.
God. I'm gonna try and kind of knock footholds and handholds into the firmer bits.
Yeah. You can easily
do
do this.
I'm gonna, and so that people can follow up more readily and easily.
Yeah.
So I stand back while I I'm gonna make a mess, but there's no point all of it getting covered.
As it begins to rain slurry down, some rock hard, some dripping. Fortunately, you're wearing hazmat suits, making this encounter far more pleasant than it could possibly have been.
Noxi will be moving behind Krash in order to help him up because, negative strength modifiers or something. Just to help him, pushing him along up the slope in the treacherous foot and handhold.
Absolutely, to help me and not shield yourself from the
group. And I am shamelessly
in front. Nice.
Shamelessly shielding myself with my canine in front of me.
All right, you've got your doggo, perfect, in front of you as well. Don't blame
dog.
It. Yeah, it's got a Vesper.
Robot dog.
Got a K9, a robot dog with one of the.
Oh, it's robot. That's all right.
Yeah.
If it was, genuine. Genetic.
So, Greg, I would like a roll from you as you get about halfway up, and I would like to say this isn't vertical, this is about 45 degrees, so your clambering up doesn't really require any rolls, but this is for something else. This is a presence roll, I would say, to see if you begin to notice something. Okay. So you don't notice it as you sort of clambering up. Perhaps
Time is it?
what time is it?
I think it's just 14. Right. Okay. I'm just wondering where to glitch that.
It's up to you. Your glitches don't come back per session; they come back per in-game rest.
All right. I missed it.
Okay. So perhaps paying a little bit too much attention to creating handholds for your pack, your herd beneath you, wanting them to come up. You're not really paying a lot of attention to where your hand goes, and your hand goes directly into another one of this lumps of slurry, and it holds. And then you carry on up, but it's only when you remove your hand and in your sort of blinking, flashing light, you suddenly realize your hand is completely covered, your suit, with these 3-4 inch cockroaches. And this swarm of cockroaches are going to try and burrow into your suit.
Oh.
I mean, you're in this 45-degree tunnel as well that is slippy. So
Is there is there a soft squidgy mushy bit?
there's lots of soft squidgy. So we're gonna roll the old initiative here, and the good news is either you succeed and all go at the same time, or you fail and all the monsters go at the same time. So one of you can roll a d6 and a 1 to 3. The enemies act first, and a 4 to 6. The PCs act first. So
I think Greg should roll
Yeah, I
because
think-
he's the one initiating this.
I think Greg
Yeah,
absolutely
right.
should roll.
There you
And then
go. We
Greg,
got 5.
are you saying anything, swearing, screaming as you see
Yeah.
these
No,
radioactive
he's not
horrors?
screaming. He's much more in control because he's disgusting, and it's this is home in a sense. So he's roaches.
Rad roaches. Rad
Rad
roaches.
roaches.
Yeah.
Yeah, which presumably everyone recognises as things that burrow into you.
Yeah, absolutely.
So he's going to. I don't think he's going to panic, but he's going to try and wash him off in slop.
Okay.
Is
So what we need is first see who's going first, though. So I need initiative roll. Roll a d6, and if you get a 1 to 3, the enemies act first.
No, I rolled a d6.
All right.
Rolled a d6. I've got 5.
You got a 5. Okay, perfect. So all of you get to act first. It is up to you. You can choose, but I think Greg is probably the best to go first.
I'm going to try and end this before it kind of gets into a horrendous mess by trying to rinse them off in a lot of slop.
Okay, can you give me a knowledge check before you?
That's a probably stupid idea, then, isn't it? Oh well, right. Hang on. So we're at.
Just give me a knowledge check. So you got a 12, but do you have negative to knowledge?
Yeah, there's a -1 on that, so it's an 11.
Okay, no, I mean, this seems to be perfectly fine. Get them off your hand as fast as possible. So I would allow you to use either strength or agility to.
Oh, strength, please.
Yeah, just kind of, you're going to just bang your hand against the side, and hopefully they'll
into the slop.
Yeah.
You know, and I like swish my arm about inside the slop, trying to wash them off.
So this is either a success or failure. So a 12 or more on your strength roll. You've got an 11 on the dice.
I've got 11 plus 4. 15.
Perfect. So yeah, you just kind of hit this seeping hunk of this slurry, and you kind of wiggle your hand violently around in it. Causes you to slip somewhat. You almost lose your footing, but it's a success. So you do get them all off you. But unfortunately, they need to go somewhere, and the gloop down this tunnel gloops down to the next person. Who was next in line?
Oh, sorry, guys.
As it is raining slurry and cockroaches, radroaches.
Well, if you were behind me, Noxi,
Yeah.
then I guess it's a question of Vesper, were you in front of me or were you behind Noxi?
Good question.
Assume they'd be at the back carrying the big bulky tank thing, but if you want me to be, I can be.
No. That makes sense. So it's me.
So I mean, we still have player initiatives. So Krash, do you want to go next, or
It feels logical to kind of almost do it in the marching order simply because
It does feel, yeah.
So it's
There's a
raining
problem.
rad roaches here. I mean, if you can
Raining
all
red
avoid them, they will just fall down to the bottom of this thing. But you can try and do some other things should you wish to as well.
Should anyone bring fly spray?
Anti-rad roach.
I've got a machete. Does that count?
That's almost as yeah. I'm sure. It's definitely.
Let's not wave a big blade around in a tight space.
It is a swarm, so you can attack this swarm if you want to. You know, it is completely up to you. Your main concern here fundamentally is not necessary. I mean, if they get under your skin, it's going to be problematic. But to get under your skin, they need to penetrate your rad suit, and that is really a big problem.
Okay. Can I? Why not? Let's see how it works. Can I take a swing with my machete? And I'd like to do either just try and slice through or using the flat of the blade kind of bat them to side to knock them down and away from all of us so that they're out of the...
You tell me what effect you want. Do you want to cause them damage, or do you want to scrape them off, or use your machete as some kind of table tennis bat and just try and protect yourself from them? I would like to remind everybody of the environmental conditions: 45-degree, 2-foot wide, slippy tunnel.
Okay. Scratch it. I'm not going to use my machete because that's a terrible idea in a tight space. But I am going to attempt to physically knock them aside. So I guess whether that would count as an attack roll, but what I'm trying to do is dislodge rather than damage.
Okay. I mean, you can just try and avoid them by giving me sort of a dodge, which would be agility if you preferred.
Yeah, let's do that. I try and avoid them.
Okay. So DC 12 agility.
So that's a 4 minus 1 is a 3.
Okay. Do you wish to glitch this, or are you going to have them land on you?
I feel like the glitches are going to be more useful later on when we're encountering tech. So I'm just going to have them land on me and see what happens.
So not only do they land on you, much of this slurry also does. It dribbles across your faceplate visor. And for a moment you have flashbacks to 2 weeks ago, where you were meeting a very pleasant AI in this corporate suite and dressed to the nines, and how life was then. Now you find yourself here.
Just mutter quietly. All in all, I think I preferred the spa heist.
Perfect. So, Noxi and Vesper, we still have your turns to go. You can organise this however you want. You can see now that Krash has many of these rad roaches on him. These relatively small creatures, they, not dog sized. They're a good 1-2 inches. Dangerous, radioactive cockroaches. But they look intent on attempting to penetrate his armour. Which of you would like to act if any of you think there's anything that you can do?
Yeah, I would like to help Crash get these things off him. So I would swat them off.
Okay, this is going to be difficult because, again, you're going to have to almost climb up onto him to get to the top where they are. There's just about enough tunnel. The problem is that if this was horizontal and not full of slippery goo, it would be easy to do. But you're having to clamber up a 45-degree slippy slope to do this. So what skill are you wanting to try and do to do this? You're using your strength. You're using your strength to try and to do this. Okay, so I'm going to. You've got a choice here. You can choose to raise the difficulty because it's more difficult, or you can choose to raise the complications if you fail. So we will raise the difficulty by 1 notch, so make it 14. Or you can choose to still stick at a 12, but if you roll a 6 or lower, then both you and Krash are going to slip slidey back down towards Vesper.
Do I get my muscly?
I think so.
Power
I think it's something that you brought you powered up, and you're trying to crush these roaches and swat them off and everything else. So I think this would give you an additional +1 here. And of course you can use any glitches you have to.
I've used mine already, and I only have one.
Okay.
So yeah, I would just like to do the normal roll, the normal DC.
So you're going to take if you get a 6 or lower.
We're going to slippery slide down towards Vesper. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, the good news is this is not a vertical shaft, so it's not a plummet. But you're all going to be sliding down, apart from Greg. Absolutely.
15.
No worries. So you successfully begin batting all of these off. And a bit like Greg, basically, they're no longer your problem as you do get them off and they scatter down. Vesper, it's raining rad roaches down upon you and your K9.
Does it have a flamethrower attachment? I could just shoot up the.
I mean, that would be nice, wouldn't it? But
just go ahead and incinerate our hazmat suits. Yeah, that will work great.
And there's probably some methane in here as well, so that's going to be really good.
Nice.
With a scent of the atoms.
Yeah. So, I mean, you can just try and dodge this shower of rad roaches, and then you have solved this complication before they attack. You have a feeling that they'll fall to the bottom. If you make good time, they're probably not going to catch up. If not, they will land on you, and well, it'll be their go next.
Yeah, I guess we'll give dodging a go.
Okay, this is a straightforward agility DC 12 roll. Don't you like to see the dice? So tell me how you managed to avoid this, and they scatter, falling all the way down to the outside.
I just do the cowardly thing if I just dive down into the sludge so that the robot's in front of me.
Perfect. They clatter against him and fall beyond you. Perfect. We are out of initiatives, and you have avoided this complication and avoided, more importantly, any damage to your rad suits. Okay. I guess you continue.
Yeah, keep ploughing on.
Yep.
Okay. You eventually get to the top of this tube, and again, Greg, it begins to narrow to a ribbed, rust-stained tunnel. Every movement drags you deeper, the stench of rotten metal thick enough for you to taste. You crawl past sort of clogged bone hooks and chains that must have been washed down here. And eventually you claw and climb yourselves out. Finally you spill out into this vast chamber, the processing pits. And this room is cavernous, a cathedral of rust and gore. Slaughter conveyors hang broken from the ceiling, dangling chains still tipped with meat hooks. Pools of half-frozen ichor glow like radioactive tar pits bubbling in the dark. The floor is layered in decades of rot, bone dust, meat slurry, rusted metal plates collapsing underfoot. Faint light leaks through cracks in the hull, mixing with the flicker of the jury-rigged flood lamps the new radicals have bolted to the walls. Here, you believe, the cult gathers their ichor. You see barrels filled with slurry ready to be turned into canker, stacked in crude shrines scrawled with black radiation sigils. You do notice as you creep out of here that across the far side, two radical fanatics kneel over a bubbling pit, ladling ichor into their helmets and pouring it over them in ecstasy. From here, side corridors lead deeper into the wreck. One, as you look at your blueprints, to the old cold storage vaults, another into a dark service trench that hums with reactor heat. So you have emerged here into the ship proper. There are two new radicals that are dipping ichor over them. What would you like to do here?
I think for Greg, this is this is kind of like a place where a lot of his herd were killed.
Yeah.
And murdered and what have you. So he's kind of, I don't know, it's like an old soldier returning to a battlefield sort of thing. So it's not a. And are these guys kind of like desecrating the graves?
There's no graves here.
No, I know there's no graves, but they're kind of what they're doing is it's like they're defacing a monument.
Is the ichor the remains of the slaughtered cattle? Is basically what he's asking.
Yeah. I mean, absolutely. This is it. They're collecting the slurry here, and they are revering in it, not perhaps because it's slurry, but because it is radioactive.
I should be left.
And they're also collecting it. This slurry is what they are using to purify into the sludge that they call canker, this radioactive, hallucinogenic, carcinogenic drug. There's a lot of terrible words in that sentence.
Oh, you got them all out though.
Yeah.
I think we need to. I'm not good at sneaking up on people.
You could just fully auto open up on them.
Yeah, cool. And attract quite a lot of attention.
Inclination was to
I
shove
could-
them in, but if they're enjoying it, it's not going to hurt them.
They might. Like, they're having such a good time. Why don't we just go and knock them out, kind of thing? And
I mean, you can avoid them completely. You can. This, as I described it, this chamber is a vast, vast chamber. They haven't heard you sort of clamber up here and emerge. You can just see them across in the distance.
Yeah, we could go around the outside of this chamber and just not go near them at all.
Yeah, I think steering clear as best we can feels like the right approach.
yeah.
So
Okay.
if we have to deal with them on the way out, then we're less worried about the noise.
Yeah.
Also, but also if we dealt with them now, we're kind of clearing us. We've got a nice clear run at getting out.
I suspect this is not the lot of them.
Oh,
And-
you saw many on the outside, yeah.
Yeah, I feel like if we start the fight, we might draw the rest of them in.
Noxi could take them out silently, but that would involve cracking open the hazmat suit. And as long as we can avoid that, she would definitely prefer that. So rather on the way out,
Okay.
use her special ability, her bacterial nanoswarm, than on the way in.
Deal.
Okay, let's just go around then.
Yeah, I think let's avoid for now.
Yeah, so I think we're looking for a route leading us to the core.
Yeah. Okay. So you have two choices here. Sort of looking at where they are positioned and looking where they're collecting, examining this environment, you can see that they are dragging these barrels of Ica towards the old cold storage vaults. You get the impression that's where the processing happens for canker. In an opposite direction is this dark service trench, and that is potentially a way down to where the rad core is. So you could absolutely take that way if that is your priority.
Noxi would prefer a slightly circuitous route, so we don't use the main corridor that they use, but get there in a slightly longer way, but avoid them.
Okay.
Um,
Can you, Krash, give me a knowledge check as you look at these blueprints?
What was the check, sorry?
Knowledge, please.
Knowledge. Okay. Oh, God. Okay.
Can I help?
Yeah, I mean, you're looking at this and you're trying to, and it was your idea, so absolutely. You can have advantage on this.
Okie dokie. Thank you kindly. Thank Christ for that.
Yeah.
So -1, that's 14 total.
You can find a route that takes advantage of either underfloor conduits. I mean, we've all seen Aliens, haven't we? That kind of vibe, if you prefer, or there are also kind of air filter vents that you can crawl through as well. Either of those will get you to the Radcore chamber. You're going to have to crawl again, but it would mean that you would pass unseen.
Part of me is more worried about the creatures we'll find than the people.
Yes, but also I don't know if we can worry about that too much until we meet them, because we might not meet any at all.
Fair enough.
I mean, we probably won't, but who knows?
Guaranteed people or maybe bugs.
Yeah,
Maybe
okay.
bugs is the better option.
yeah.
Well, the bugs are very likely to tear into our suits. But
So
we
would
do
the
have
people.
guns. Nonsense. The people can be gunned at a distance of 30 feet.
They can shoot at us too.
From what I've seen, they mostly seem to have cleavers and hooks. But possibly, some of them do.
They can throw knives.
I don't think
30
cleaver
feet is
qualifies
like,
as
what,
the
10
balance.
meters?
But
I can throw a knife at 10 meters.
yes, but it hits handle first. Okay, if we're going down for the majority vote for
Vesper doesn't like enclosed spaces, especially as you are doing this. So,
So are we going in the same order again? So Greg, Krash, Noxi, Vesper?
I'm not good at sneaking and spotting things, so I'm happy to go.
Noxi is happy to go first with the map locked into her cyber deck and finding the route.
perfect.
Yeah, and then if I follow behind, then I can potentially assist with map reading if we need it.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay. So you drop into the conduits beneath the wreck. Narrow steel archeries choked with rot. The air burns at your lungs even though you're wearing these hazmat
No, we got
suits.
respirators in the hazmat suits.
Yeah, the air still burns at your lungs. It seems maybe they're not 100% efficient. I am the god
What
here.
he's second hand good.
If I say it burns, it burns. Absolutely. Rusted grates clatter as you crawl forward. Walls are sweating this black ichor. It runs in thin streams along the conduit floor, puddling into grates. Cables hang in slack coils. The further you crawl, the tighter it gets. Your hunched shoulders scraping. Something scuttles ahead. Roaches fat on radiation, their shells translucent, guts glowing like lanterns. Every 20 meters there's a hatch overhead. Cult graffiti smeared in ichor, radiation sigils, bone charms rattling from wire. Through the slats you hear chanting, screaming, and the dull thrum of the radcore. The conduits converge on one massive shaft, heat pouring upwards like the furnace. A ladder climbs into the dark, ending in a warped hatch, ringed, dripping in slime. Beyond it, according to your plans, is the Radcore chamber, your destination.
in the event we're able to get hold of the Radcore without bothering anybody or seeing anybody, are we still trying to get the extra creds from extracting the engineer?
I think we got no guarantees on that, and that may involve spleen. I think my gut is because of the size of the pay packet for the core alone. We do that. We focus on that, and then if at the same as we're finding a way out, we come across and there's an opportunity, lovely.
Or we could observe the wreckage, and if the Spleen brothers come out with the target, then we could liberate the target from them.
This plan I also like.
Away
Definitely.
from all the new radical people.
Yeah.
How long would it take to extract the core? Oh, knowledgey people.
I think this comes to Vesper, really.
Yes, I think so.
Can you give me a knowledge roll, please?
No, a 9.
It's difficult to say. Supposedly, if everything is in working order, it's a matter of perhaps powering it up a little bit, pushing a few buttons and causing it to release. If it's smashed, perhaps you can just reach in and take it. But if the machinery is not working and it's not smashed and it's jammed, that is when it might cause some problems and need some work doing. So it's kind of variable, really.
Yeah, how long is a piece of string?
Yeah.
String
That-
theory,
I-
I
I've-
like it.
I was just wondering about, if we got an idea about how much time we've got to, could we use that time to pursue
You
the
said
objective?
something about the new radicals having buckets of ichor.
Yeah.
Have we seen any of those buckets on the way?
Yeah, they were tipping.
Yeah, that was
were
back
tipping.
where you came from. Certainly not along this underfloor conduits that you've used
I
to
mean,
avoid them.
abandoned, orphaned buckets. Not ones that were actively being handled, but we could use them for, just appearing to belong near the core. Having those buckets with slop or something.
I mean, once we're in the core room, it's not going to be much subtle about taking the core out.
Yeah, but we could, like, if it's Vesper that's doing the extracting, the three of us could like form a screen and pretend to be busy with the buckets.
Yeah, be distracting in some way.
Yeah. Like
As a-
nothing special to see here. We're just also new radicals.
I'm
Distracting in some way. Greg kind of fingers his big hammer.
Not yet.
So we'll need Greg's strength. Well, hatch looks rather warped. I imagine it will need a firm hand to get it open.
Yeah, it doesn't look like this is the main access. I mean, this shaft is the energy seems to be pulsing down this shaft from the core above it. So this doesn't look like it's much used, but one of you can try and open up this this hatch if you want. You do know that this is going to lead into the Radcore chamber.
Yeah, Noxi is happy to try and open it.
Yeah, okay. With your fortified strength, this isn't a problem as you kind of sort of carefully open this and perhaps peek out, and you see that this conduit, it opens out into what could only be described as a hollow cavern of rust and radiation. Above you looms the Radcore, a cracked containment sphere the size of a small tower, suspended on twisted gantries, half-melted coolant pipes. Within it, though, is the Radcore proper. The glow isn't a clean reactor light, but a diseased, throbbing pulse of black ichor boiling inside it like veins around a rotten heart. The chamber stinks of scorched metal and meat. Pools of ichor bubble across the grated floor, throwing up a greasy steam that burns against your mask. Graffiti sigils glow faintly in radioactive paint, jagged spiral skulls vomiting light, and words scrawled over and over. The blast is Ascent. Chained to one gantry, silhouetted against the core's glow, is undoubtedly the engineer, twitching, panicked, fumbling at a jury-rigged console. His fingers are mashing at random keys. Undoubtedly, they are trying to force him to cause this to blow. Around him kneel half a dozen new radicals, bones and skin warped from radiation, hazmat shells smeared with ichor, and they chant through broken respirators, voices mechanical and mad. Kanker is God, Rin is the saint, the blast is our womb. That is what you can see going on in this chamber.
I think we've got work to do. Hammer time. I need a prop.
Feel like it makes sense to try and take these guys out.
You,
Otherwise, we have to make a distraction.
if you all crawl up so you can all see this, I mean, you realise that Vesper and Krash, you need to get to that console. That is the way to release this thing.
Yeah.
There is no other way, as they are calling to this engineer. No doubt this is perhaps Rin, trying to force him, trying to persuade him, goad him into causing this to blow.
Okay.
I think, Vesper, can you give me a knowledge check? I think, Krash, you can possibly do this as well, based off
I
your things.
The attempt.
Oh, poor Kyle is not rolling well today.
It's okay.
That's
I'll come.
14 for me.
14, you only need a 12, so that's good. The way that he's making these keystrokes, the way that his fingers are mashing almost random keys, the way that each rung stroke is sending the rad core into violent shudders, you begin to question his ability. You don't think he's... You think he's trying to do something, but he just is clueless.
So, I murmur to my teammates, I've got 3 flashbangs, which might be enough of a distraction at the start to give us an edge. And if Greg, who has stepped out for a moment, is able to dive
Sorry,
in.
Kat.
Do we want an all-out assault? Do we want to try and persuade these guys that we can help better than the engineer? That feels
feel
like a
like that.
terrible idea.
That
Use
might
that element
actually
of
be a
surprise.
really good one. Like we got someone who actually knows how to extract the core, to explode the core, and meanwhile we just they won't be able to see the difference if they can't figure out that this guy is doing the wrong thing. Then we could mask extracting the core as trying to blow up the core.
Claim the containment unit as a booster of some kind of bomb or something.
Yeah,
And then that still troubles us.
like
down.
extra battery power to send extra juice into the core to make it explode.
And failing that, hammer time.
I think my favourite currently is the flashbang in and mow them down.
Oh,
Yeah, I have some.
It's a simpler version, yeah.
I've got flashbangs and grenades.
I feel like let's not do grenades. Because
I hope I don't mix them up again.
Well, I've only got flashbangs. So sorry, GM, how many of the
There's
radioactive chaps were there?
the 6 of the new radicals.
6 of them. Okay.
Are they armed with anything other than the meat hooks and
No,
cleavers?
as far as you can tell, they are pretty old school with these kind of things. So yeah, they look like they're straight off the set of Mad Max.
Hey, me too.
Shall we just dive in and see what happens?
So we throw a grenade in while they're all confused and then blast through and do what we can.
Flashbang them. Flashbang them.
Yeah, because
Don't try and talk them.
Well, the problem with talking is if we step in and go, oh, by the way, we can help, we're also in the middle of their base and nobody knows how we got there. That doesn't lend itself to being persuasive, I don't think.
And the longer we wait, the more likely we
This
have
is very
each
true.
others coming in. Or he actually.
The only thing is if we could fool them that we're new recruits or blah blah. But
Yeah,
you know what I mean? I don't fancy that in this situation.
Okay.
I kind of like the flashbangs. Stun them, thump them. We're going to stun the engineer, which is problematic.
Not really.
On the basis of what he's doing more harm than good currently.
Yeah, okay, yeah, deal.
And the question is, are we shooting them or are we going to try and just thump them into quietness?
If we can go quiet first, that feels...
I mean, there is
But
an
that's
awful
no
lot.
flashbangs.
Yeah,
You know, bang.
there's an awful lot of ambient noise here as well. So
Okay.
So you don't think, and you've travelled a distance as well. So
Yeah, okay.
you don't have to worry too much about noise.
Okay, that being the case.
Okay, so I'm going to allow one of you to throw a flashbang. That's going to go off, and then we will go to combat.
What are we rolling to throw a flashbang? Is it
I believe for I have a feeling to throw something is presence. Snipe shoot is presence.
Yeah. I'll go.
Okay. Because it's not how far you can throw it, it's
how accurate you can be.
Yeah, absolutely. So we will just, if you're successful, you get it into the middle of them, basically.
Cool.
So, there's nothing to stop both of you throwing at the same time if you want.
I've got
chance.
-2 DR on flashbangs, but if I'm rolling on presence, I'm -1. Yeah.
So it's up to you.
I've got a +3, so I feel like one of them will go well.
Yeah. Go for
it.
Okay.
Yeah. All right.
Down to you.
I mutter, hang on to your butts, and I throw the flashbang into the middle of them. So that's 21 all told.
So the flashbang does go off. So I'm going to allow you automatically to get initiative on them. So this means that you'll all have a round before they act. They also, because of the nature of the flashbang, I don't know if I gave you this information, they have to take a toughness check, and if they fail it, they get, I believe, +4 to DR checks. So everything they do goes from a 12 to a 16 for 1d4 rounds.
Nice.
So would you like to roll me a d20 for their toughness check?
Me?
Yeah, you threw it. Okay, so they fail.
Eight.
So if you roll me a d4 now, this is how long their debilitation is going to last. 3 is that?
3.
That's
Perfect.
good. That's
So
good.
for 3 rounds, everything they try to do will be +4 difficult as they are disorientated by this. So it's kind of simultaneous. You can work out super combos if you want. So you all have initiative on them. What would you like to do?
Noxi would like to run in, wrestle a meat hook or meat cleaver from one of them and start killing them with it.
Okay, so you can run in, absolutely. I think because they're in the stunned condition, or rather they're disorientated. I think you can grab one of their weapons, not as your action, but just as a matter of course. So you just need to give me an attack roll. This will be a strength check, as this is melee, and it's DR 12. Oh, very
21.
nice. Okay, tell me, what weapon did you pull off them? You can describe.
Which one has the longer range, the meat hook or the cleaver?
They're both the same. This isn't a tactical combat game. This is a brutal. So
Oh, for image, it would be the meat cleaver.
there we go. So you pick up this meat cleaver and you hack down. I think that's probably going to be a D8. So give me a D8 damage roll.
Does that benefit from any modifiers?
No.
7.
So yeah, and how do you kill this person?
After tearing the meat cleaver away from a backhand swing and just lop their head off.
Perfect. So you pull it back off them, it makes them open up, and then straight down on the side of their neck.
Yeah.
The head falls off. Which of you wishes to go sort of next?
Yes,
Please.
can do. Oh, go on,
Go,
Greg.
go.
I will dash in, pulling my machete out, and I will try and chop someone's head off,
Okay.
preferably one of the bad guys.
So you've seen how easy this is done with Noxi. So you charge forward, pulling your machete out and strike at another one of these. Again, it's a strength DR12 check.
Okay. Strength. Oh, crap. Okay. It'll be fine. No, it won't. I miss.
Okay. You swing wildly, but not a fumble. As you sort of charge in, perhaps a little giddy from the fact that you have just stunned all of these. And then Greg, Vesper, either of you want to go next?
Go for it, Greg.
I will wade in with my stun hammer to start administering some justice to these guys.
Very nice.
Oh, no one.
Okay, I would remind you, you do have
I'm
glitches.
a glitch. Hang on, we've got one down, -4 for 3 rounds. Yeah, I'll glitch that.
Okay, so you see if you can do that. What was your total? Was your total 8? Or was it less than 8?
6.
6, yeah, no. So you can't automatically succeed on that. So you're going to have to do a re-roll if you want to use your glitch.
Oh, God.
Okay, I'm assuming.
Sorry, guys.
Yeah.
Flailing around violently with his hammer at the
It's
excitement.
a dangerous game.
Wait, but it's 12, but they have like the 4.
That's 4 for
from the
things
first
that
one.
they're doing. So
Oh,
their
that
armor
they
class
know.
is not
Okay.
reduced by 4. They're not dodging. You just need to get a success.
Okay.
You just need to hit them.
It doesn't make you better, it makes them worse. So you roll, you miss, and then we move to Vesper.
Vesper. I think I'll send my canine after them.
Okay, very nice. You got the stats for this. Describe what it looks like again for everybody.
I have not given this much thought yet. It look. If we'll go classic, we'll go for a sort of German Shepherd-esque with shiny, sleek metallic patches of rust, but well maintained with
Perfect.
almost drill-like fangs.
And as you're a gearhead, quite possibly better than a real dog.
This one's certainly loyal.
Absolutely. Okay, so you send your dog in.
Assume as a robotic, it would fall under a knowledge attack.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, that does hit.
D4 for the bite. Okay.
Very nice.
Do 3.
Yeah, 3's enough. These are they're not marauders. These are cultists, and they're not particularly strong as you. Sort of bites, maybe rips that one's throat out, lands on it, and is raking this. That is 2 down. There are 4 left, but it is their go now. They stumble to their senses, raise their wicked-looking shivs, hooks, and weapons that they've scadged. And I think there's one for each of you, really. Vesper, give me a dodge, please. They would normally need a 12 to hit you, but they need substantially more, so you get -4 to this, so you need an 8 for your agility.
Unfortunately, that's only a 4.
Okay, this catches you. Can you roll me a d6? Oh, catches you 6 points of damage.
Oof.
Horrific. Noxi, give me a dodge. Your DC is only 8.
So that's an agility.
Yeah, agility.
Yeah. 6.
Okay, oh dear. It seems they're coming out of their stun. Give me a d6 roll. Catches you.
But I also have like the skin thing. That's a D2.
Yeah.
To modify it, and I also have thing like rough armor.
Yeah. So roll me a d2 and then another d2.
So armor count, I thought we were only using hazmat, or we had to take it off for hazmat.
Sorry, the hazmat can go over. So
this is a 2.
Yeah, and roll it for your second piece of armor.
That's also a 2.
Okay, so you don't take any damage. So coming back to you, Vesper, if you have any sort of light armor you could be wearing, you could wear that underneath your hazmat suit. Absolutely.
I have rough minus a D4 damage armor, if that sounds correct.
That is fine. You can do that. So roll us a D4. Oh, that's nice and remembered. So that reduces your damage from 6 down to 2. Very nice. Krash. I'd like to point out that any attacks on you damage your hazmat suit as well.
Ooh.
That's why we have the gum and why we're chewing it.
This is very true.
So someone's attacking you, one of these cultists. You can choose to move out of the way if you want, or just take the blow.
I will endeavour to move out of the way.
Okay, give us an agility roll. The DC is yeah, perfect. So you just dodge out the
Cool.
way at the moment as he's stunned.
Lovely.
And
Cool.
then you, Greg, give us an agility.
An agility roll, yeah.
You only need an 8
Phew!
with them being stunned. Okay, so you move out of the way. So we come back to the top Noxi. There are 4 of them left.
I will try and hit one with the meat cleaver again.
Perfect. Give us a roll.
The one who attacked me.
Yeah.
Nope, 7.
You swing and you miss. It clashes, banging off one of these hooks. Then I believe, Krash, it was you.
I will endeavour to actually chop somebody's head off this time.
Yeah.
Okay, so, and it's strength, right?
Tis.
Nope.
Okay, you swing again. Vroom, misses. Greg, it is your go.
Come on. +3 on my strength feat. Oh God, I can't hit a damn thing.
Yeah, it's tough. You swing and miss as well. Vesper, your go.
Oh, goody. That's a 12. So
Perfect. Your dog bites again. I can never see that. I'm assuming
4.
that's a 3 or 4. That's easily
4.
enough. So again, rips down the one that's fighting you, being a loyal dog. Is that right?
Yep.
Okay. So there are 3 left. So we move to you, Noxi. Give me a dodge roll. We're looking for an 8. This is round 2 of the combat. Yeah, you dodge out of the
15.
way. Krash. Same for you.
Evan minus the agility for dodge, yeah. So 6. So didn't go well.
Okay. Roll a d6, please. Okay, so you get hooked. It pierces your hazmat suit. Do you have any armor?
Yes, I have tier 1.
Perfect. I believe that's a d2. Give us a quick roll.
So if I do a
That's
2.
a 2. Yeah. So you
2.
only take 1 point of damage.
That's good. We like that.
Last but not least, Greg. One is coming for you as well.
Oh God.
So I'm assuming that is not an 8. Your agility is not
No,
+3.
it's not.
No, that's a 6
Okay.
total.
Roll us a d6, please. Okay, so 4 points. Do you have any armor?
I do. I'm gonna remove a D4 from that.
4.
Okay, very nice. Your armor protects, but your hazmat suit is also damaged now.
Oh.
There are 3 of them left. This fight, most of you unharmed, but you can definitely start smelling what this chamber feels like now. So that was advanced storytelling. You can also begin to feel your skin tingle and prickle somewhat. Noxi, what are you doing? Oh, nat 20.
Yes.
Very nice.
Nicely done.
Does the crit here as well? Because I have no idea about cyborg or morgborg mechanics at all.
So a crit is fairly good. I believe you can double the damage. Fundamentally, though, roll your damage, which I believe was a D8 for this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
7, so that's 14.
Yeah, it is horrific. Absolutely horrific.
Diagonally.
Yeah.
From shoulder to hip.
So just so you know, if you crit on an attack roll, you double the damage and the target's armor cover is reduced by 1 tier. So your tier doesn't elevate until you get hit with a critical hit. If you crit on defense, you gain a free attack. So yeah, you take another one down, leaving only 2 left. And Krash, can you take down the cultist that is fighting against you?
Certainly not, but let's try. No.
Ooh, no. Okay, you scrabbling, and he's not the strongest of the strong, but he's surviving toe to toe with you. But Greg, a trained killer,
Yay!
you hit.
I finally managed to. Right, so I've got a shock hammer. It does D6 plus 1. Do you get strength bonus on damage?
No, you don't get strength.
No,
Don't get any of that nonsense. Yeah. So you electrocute the hell out of him, leaving only 1 left. Krash. This is the final round. That it's at a negative. So give us a dodge.
Nope.
Okay, roll a d6. You brought yourself a goddamn pistol, but you decided
I
to.
know,
Okay, so hit you for 2.
but like that doesn't mean I was going to be any better.
Uh,
2, so and I take 2 off with my armor, so nothing.
Well, no, it's a d2, so you roll a d2.
Oh, that's it. Apologies.
So you might get a 1. Is that a 4?
It is a 4.
Yeah, so that negates it, but it does cut into your suit.
Fine.
Okay.
Don't say it with so much relish.
Noxi, there's 1 left that is hacking away at Krash.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you'll go.
Nope. 7.
Okay, Krash. What do you do?
Shall I Indiana Jones it? Yeah, I'm going to Indiana Jones it. I'm going to pull the gun out and try and shoot him point blank in place.
Okay,
You have
so
diarrhea now.
yeah. So let's see how this gun happens. I think for guns it's presence.
It's presence. Oh,
Uh,
that's better.
I
Why wasn't I doing that before?
I mean, I can double check, but
No, that's what you said when you bought the
Yeah.
gun.
It was yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah, I should have been doing this the entire time. Anyway, never mind. Okay. So
yeah.
17 total.
Yeah.
Much better.
Beautiful.
So yeah, you just pull the gun out, put it to there, and roll some damage.
So it's a D8 for the revolver, you said?
Oh, very good.
3.
Very cool. Well, I'll say very cool. You blow his head off. You just kind of put it under his chin and why didn't I do that before?
Yes, is what I say to myself quite vocally.
But the fun mechanic in this is how many bullets did you use doing that? So you have to give us a roll at the end of combat, which is now, to see if you used a clip up in combat. So I think it is a D8 that you need to roll, and I think that's fine.
8.
Yeah.
Cool.
It's fairly abstract, but it means you don't have to do all of the paperwork of keeping track. And you say,
Cool.
well, I only shot him once, but no, you could have put the gun there and just unloaded the gun into his head. So combat over for this moment. There's a lot of ambient sound here. You don't think you have indeed attracted any undue attentions. The engineer chained, shackled to this console is just about shaking his head and coming out of the flashbang, his eyes tearing up, his ears ringing. What would you like to do?
Give out some gum. I think all of our suits are torn at this point, aren't they?
Yeah.
I think just move straight to the core and shove the dude aside.
Okay. You kind of shove him aside and he doesn't move as he's shackled to it. Sorry.
Oh, can Noxi try and hack the chain with the meat cleaver?
I mean, absolutely. I mean, I think this is cinematic and you have muscle up, so you can give me a strength to try and break these chains.
Uh, 14.
Perfect, no problem. Yeah, you just wrench him free without damaging the console, which was a potential chance had you failed.
Yeah, I was going to hit the chain anyway, not the console.
I know that's what your intention was, but that's why we determine whether something's a success or a failure. You tell me what you want to do, and then we determine whether you successfully do it or not. I don't think anybody aims to fail. I think everybody aims to succeed. But you succeed, so there's no repercussions to what you did.
So just try and pick him up and move him aside now, so Vesper and Krash can work on the console.
The corp sent you. The corp. I'm a nobody. I don't know why they sent you for me, but I'm pleased.
Yeah, just hang out with us and do not get in our way. That should be fine. And
I'm not feeling 100%. I mean, I'm not. I feel a little funny. I think it's probably all the rads. They wanted me to make it explode. I don't know how. I work in sanitation.
So the gum works for like 4 hours, and how long have we been inside now?
I mean, you've probably been here for a good sort of 4 hours, climbing up that tube and breaking your way in, moving through the ship. Probably not quite at the end of the 4 hours, but coming up to it.
Okay, so Noxi is just taking her own gum and she's not sharing with him.
Yeah, of course. So,
crack open the core.
You what? Sorry, Vesper?
Trying to get the core open, I suppose.
Okay, you have to use this console, basically. So one assumes Vesper and Krash, using the ability to hack and your ability to jury rig machinery. You are best placed for this, but it has seen much, much better days. I want you to give me a very quick descriptive of how you're going to attempt to make this happen as easy as possible.
I'm gonna attempt to grab that, attempt to jack in and activate or deactivate the core as much as possible, and the releases are kind of the cyber side, so that Vesper can then do the physical disconnections and all those sorts of things.
Perfect. So I think if you attempt to do that, depending on your success or failure, will make it easier or harder for Vesper to do what they want to do.
Cool.
Okay. So yeah, give us a hacking roll, which I believe is knowledge. Oh, is it? No, it's presence.
Indeed.
Yeah, no, it's. I get confused. It is knowledge for using
It's
your
knowledge,
cyber deck.
Yeah, so it's a -1 for me. Can I use a glitch?
Well,
please?
is that a 6 or a 9?
That's a 6.
Yeah, probably best to use your glitch.
And that's a to re-roll. So let's try this one again. Cool. Can I use my other glitch, please?
Absolutely. I do allow double glitching. I'm predicting a 4 on dice here as it's getting 1 less every time.
No,
Ooh,
a 9, so 8 total.
a title. Yeah, I mean, you haven't made it worse, but it's not necessarily your skills. This ship has fallen from orbit and crashed down, and you are unable to make it any easier. Able to make it any easier. Vesper, it is your go. This is meaning that it's going to be challenging to bring this out in swift time. You can, if you want, do what we did in the 24-hour and technically take 10, meaning that you can do this given time. But if you are in a rush, you're going to have to make a roll, and it's going to be basically a difficult roll, which is 14 normally, but with your abilities to do machines, I believe that drops it down by 2, so making it a normal roll, needing a 12 on the roll.
What's everyone think? I don't think we really want to sit here for 10 minutes in radiation, but if this goes horribly wrong, it could blow up in our face.
Well, we're already too tight on our gum effect to make it out completely without taking extra doses of radiation anyway. So the shorter we're here, the better.
Yeah.
Okay, right.
Oh dear.
I suppose I will glitch that to succeed.
Go for it.
Okay, so that in essence drops the DC by 4, I believe, making a 10 a success.
Yeah. The anticipation.
What's the anticipation? I lowered the DC rather than re-rolling.
Oh, sorry. I see what you're doing. You're lowering the DC rather than re-rolling to a lower DC. Okay, yeah. So hacking into your skills, reaching out with your ability to empathize, understand machinery. You understand this is broken, wounded, and dying, and you offer it a new hope, a chance of a new life. And there is this hiss as the core is released, and you secure it into your containment. This reduces the rad levels. Obviously, you're not getting rads from this at the moment, but the whole of this place is already irradiated. So it is not over. And with your mission more or less successful for now, that is where we will draw an end to today's session. We will start off in this chamber and see what other complications might arise. Or maybe it is a smooth sailing to get home and to, claim that 120,000 credits payday. Brilliant. Thank you very much, everybody. I hope you enjoyed that. Thank you for everybody that was watching and is watching now on catch up and the like. As I always like to do, just want to thank all of the cast here and go through them to see if there was any standout moments, anything they enjoyed and the like. So we start off with you, Vesper.
Oh, so thank you as always for running it, Andy. Let's see, I think sheer terror inspired by a handful of cockroaches was perhaps my favourite moment.
Excellent. Yeah, I don't think there's anything worse. We've all put our hands in things that perhaps we shouldn't have done, and just that horror of things is it stays with me. What of you, Natascha?
Yeah, another very fun episode again of this Boomtown Junker stuff, and yeah, them getting flashbanged, so they get less
negative.
chance to hit us, and still hitting us anyway because everyone rolled really bad.
It's the way that it goes. Fights in this system can be brutal. I very much are enjoying the fact that it is a very, very big contrast to the other heists that you did previously on. Same question to you, Matt.
I think the joy of trying desperately to fight after proposing quite a good fighting tactic to then screw up the battle completely and not hit anything until I shot it in the face.
Yeah, I'm not. I mean, it's a life lesson, isn't it? That you now kind of, oh yeah, I brought this for a reason. I'm actually quite good at it. And last but not least, Greg.
Yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed this. Finally wading into combat and I'm just missing everything.
Yeah, I mean, again,
repeatedly, basically, everybody else, the dog and actually everybody else just doing better, which is just a shame. I mean, Greg has got an assault rifle. It's just that he's just dent and roll on it.
Okay, fair enough.
That's going to be, I kind of figure the consequences of it all got, it's just going to miss. It's all going to be awful.
Interesting. I mean, I think this is your first major battle, really, fight. And I mean, this was against some glass cultists with no real hit points or any kind of real skill whatsoever. And you are being hunted by killer Black Ops assassins. So you need to stay ahead of them, I think, for the moment. As far ahead as you can possibly stay ahead. Anyway, thank you very much, everybody. I hope everybody enjoyed it. I really enjoyed playing Greasy Greg, a very nice NPC that I might savour again at some time. Selling you all the things that you needed to do the job was very Greasy Greg's style. Thank you very much. Hope you enjoyed it. We should hopefully be doing another one in a couple of weeks' time on 2 weeks today. So watch out for that if you are interested as we follow straight on from where this one has left off. But for now, goodbye from everybody here. Bye-bye.
Goodbye.
Ooh.